Hello my dear viewers, get ready to uncover the coolest and the hottest survival hacks in the animal kingdom. In this video, we dive into the fascinating science of thermoregulation and how animals master the art of staying just right. Thermoregulation is basically in animals is a spectacular example of evolution and adaptation. It refers to how different creatures control their body temperature in relation to their environment. Our discussion will cover the physiological classification based on thermal biology. Now let's start. How do Arctic marine mammals stay warm? The image explains how Arctic marine mammals stay warm in the frigid waters. Key adaptations include thick blubber up to 50 cm for insulation and buoyancy, large body size to reduce heat loss, small flippers to conserve heat, absence of a dorsal fin, and countercurrent heat exchange to keep blood warm. These features help maintain body temperature efficiently in cold environments. Now we'll go through the physiological classification based on thermal biology, thermoregulation in animals, how they beat the heat and chill. Fundamentally, two main groups based on the thermoregulation. Animals can be categorized based on how they regulate their body temperature. Number one, endotherms, that is warm-blooded animals. They generate most of their heat internally. They maintain a constant internal temperature regardless of external conditions or environments. Increased metabolic heat production in cold environment, have a metabolic rate nearly 5 times higher than ectotherms. They are well insulated like fur, feathers, fat, etc. Ectotherms are basically cold-blooded animals. They depend almost entirely on environmental heat. Internal temperature fluctuates with surrounding. They are poorly insulated with high thermal conductance. They absorb or lose heat rapidly to and from the environment. This is the examples of endotherms like a mandarin duck or sea otter, and examples of ectotherms include desert iguana and clownfish. Physiological classification based on thermal biology, you can classify based on temperature stability among the into the animals. Homeotherms, they maintain body temperature within narrow limits. They regulate temperature by controlling heat production and loss. They also called as homeotherms or warm-blooded animals. Poikilotherms animal are often ectothermics. They show little or no internal regulation. Their body temperature fluctuates with ambient temperatures. These are examples of homeotherms include southern mealy parrot and American buffalo. Examples of poikilotherms also include marine iguana and great green busk cricket. Heterothermy. It's a flexible strategy. Some animals can switch between being homeothermic and poikilothermic depending on time or body region. Types of homeotherms. The temporal homeotherms, body temperature varies over time, daily or seasonally. Example, echidna monotreme shows temperature fluctuation. And regional heterotherms, they maintain different temperatures in different body parts. Coat stays warm through muscle generated heat, but limbs match ambient temperature. Examples, tuna, mako shark, large active fish, etc. Ecological rules. Now we'll go through the ecological rules, which is the nature's blueprint for animal adaptation. Number one is Allen's rule. Cooler will be shorter limbs. Cooler having shorter limbs. It was formulated by Joel Asaph Allen in 1877. Rule is the animals in cold climate tend to have shorter limbs, ears, tails, and other body appendages. This is the red fox, colder climate, and the warmer climate is the kangaroo rat. This is the comparison. Why? Because short limbs, less surface area and less heat loss. In contrast, animals in hot climate or warmer climate, they have longer limbs or longer tail to increase heat dissipation. Examples, Arctic fox, short ears and legs, desert fox or kangaroo rat who have long ears or long tails to release heat. Next, 2 is the Bergman's rule. Bigger is better in the cold, proposed by Karl Bergman. Rule: body size increases in animals living in cold climate and decreasing in warm climate. That is, emperor penguin lives in cold climate, which have larger body size in comparison to Galapagos penguin which lives in warmer climate. Why this happens? Because larger animals, lower surface area to volume ratio, they can retain heat better. Smaller animals in hot climates lose hot heat quickly. Examples: polar bears versus sun bears, moose in Alaska versus deer in tropical forest, or emperor penguin versus Galapagos penguin. Cope's rule: size up over time, named after Edward Rinker Cope, but he was not directly stated by him. Evolution tends to favor increased body size over time within a lineage. Why this happens? Bigger size can mean greater strength, better predation or defense, and energy storage. It is also known as Cope-Deparet rule or Charles Deparet support it too. Examples: evolution of horses from small ear hippos to large modern horses. Dinosaurs also showed trends of gigantism in some lineages. Glogger's rule, darker in the dam, stated by Konstantin Glogger. Rule is within a species of endotherms, darker pigmented forms are found in humid tropical regions. Why this happens? Melanin helps protect against microbes, UV radiation, and may help with thermoregulation. Colder climate animals, the brown bear have colder climate, lives in colder climate, and polar bear lives in warmer climate. Darker skin or fur or feathers, advantage in moist environment. Examples: birds and mammals in tropical rainforest often have darker coloration. Compare African versus Arctic foxes or brown bear versus polar bear. So what is the memory tip for students? We should know all big cats grow cool. All A means Allen's rule, appendage length; B Bergman's rule, body size; C Cope's rule, chronological size increase; and G Glogger's rule, greater pigmentation in humid areas. This is the trick for the students for memorizing it. Now we'll go for thermal biology of endotherms, how warm-blooded animals master temperature. Smart behavior or natural thermostat. Animals often act like temperature ninjas. Elephant spray water on themselves. Lizards sunbath on rocks to warm up. Penguin chicks huddle together to trap body heat like living hot water bottles. Deer hide in the shade when the sun gets too intense. Just like a wear a jacket in winter or jump into a pool in summer, they make the right moves. Thermogenesis, heat from within. When it gets chilly, endotherms don't just shiver, they fire up their internal heat factories. Shivering thermogenesis. Ever had your teeth chattered in the cold? That's shivering. Your muscles rapidly contract to generate heat like a mini workout. Non-shivering thermogenesis. Some animals don't even need to move make heat. They use brown fat, a special type of fat packed with mitochondria, the powerhouses of cells. Baby animals and hibernators are pros at this. Their brown fat releases heat directly, skipping the step of making energy. Think of it as a biological heater. Heat on the move, controlling heat loss and heat gain. Now, how do animals manage heat flow to stay cozy or cool? Circulatory tricks, blood flow control, vasoconstriction, blood vessels shrink, less blood to skin, heat stays in. Winter jacket mode, vasodilation, vessels widen, more blood to skin, more heat escapes. Summer fan mode. Jackrabbits use their giant ears like radiators to lose heat first in the desert. Countercurrent heat exchange, nature's clever plumbing in birds like flamingos or penguins. This is the jacket. This is the jackrabbits, and nature. This is the flamingos. In birds like flamingos or penguins, warm blood going down to the leaves warms the blood. Cold blood coming up. So no energy is wasted and the body stays warm. It's like like hugging a hot water pipe with a cold one. Insulation station, fur, feathers and fat. This is fur, feather, and blubber is the fat. Animals wear natural winter wear. Fur traps warm air next to the body. Feathers fluff up to keep heat in. Blubber or fat in whales is like a puffy coat, sometimes up to 50 centimeters thick. Even goosebumps in human are a leftover survival trick from our hairier ancestors. Evaporative cooling. When things get too hot, animals cool down the same way your skin does when you sweat after a run. Sweating, only mammals sweat. The water takes away heat as it evaporates, but sweat also removes salts, which is why we drink electrolyte drinks. Panting. Dogs pants. Birds use throat fluttering This increases evaporation inside the mouth to cool down. Fun fact, in dogs panting, a countercurrent system near the brain keeps it from overheating, like a built-in AC system for the brain. And that's the amazing science of thermoregulation. Thank you, my dear students, where biology meets survival strategy. From shivering polar bears and sweating humans to fluffing feathers and counter heat tricks, every creature has a superpower to just right. So, the next time you see a lizard sunbathing or a dog panting, you will know they are not just chilling, they are thermoregulating. If you found this video cool or warm, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more wild wonders of the animals world. Stay curious and stay temperature smart. Bye.